Jeremiah 51?
Yeah, Jeremiah 51 would be great. I got a couple of articles I was going to read first.
Oh, okay.
We're saying we're live now. Um, Let me just check to see. To see. Yeah, we live.
Okay.
live. Giving all praise to my heavenly Father, or to our heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh by Yeshua, Yahushua, Yeshua Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders that we will. And peace and many salutations to you brothers out there that's toiling in its truth and all sincerity. Uh, I actually touched on this topic months ago. I wanted to expound on it because there's even um, more things going on as far as just immigration situation down here in Texas, and also states that border the U.S. or the border of Mexico, I should say. Now we're starting to see even immigrants from Africa. You got Ghana, in Cameroon, uh, and all this is happening for the hidden agenda of Esau Edom. Now, if brothers have caught, I did sit down on immigration in regards to how here in Texas they were actually trying to ban certain immigrants from being able to buy or sell land. Um, in particular place from places like China, Russia, and Ukraine. So there's a lot of things that's going on that's going to influence um, your life. And also look what's going on in Chicago. In Chicago, there's been an influx of immigrants of South America, the northern tribes, and also places like also the heathen is getting on there also. So there's a destabilization of the government of the in this one causes that is this immigration fiasco that we're seeing. Before I grab a couple of articles, let's go ahead and read that in Jeremiah. Yaquab Baba Kasha.
You say Jeremiah 51?
Yeah, Jeremiah 51. You can start at one of the verses. The point is uh in two.
Okay. This is Jeremiah 51 and 1. It says, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me a destroying wind. And I will
Mm-hmm.
send into Babylon fanners, and that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
That's right. That in verse two, that verse two, if you read it in the NLT says, "Foreigners will come and winnow her, blow her away as chaff. They will come from every side to rise against her in the day of trouble." So there you have it in the NLT. It's showing you that Babylon will fall because of foreign invasions. This is what we see going on with the whole uh, migration fiasco, and a lot of this is misinformation that we see being issued out by the media because a lot of land, I believe, has been purchased by the Chinese and by other places, to develop uh, this area of Texas and also border states. You know, China's coming in with a substantial amount of money, and they're able to develop these places. You know, because Texas, a lot of a huge part of Texas is still very much so rural. We have a lot of corporations that's moving out here to Texas to do business because it's cheaper to do business here versus places like China and other places. You have California and other places. China is moving moving from being a developed country into the the a first world country. So in order to do so, they have to dictate certain contracts like America does, right? With their currency, with their pacts. This is what China is trying to do, right? And they don't want the masses to know that, hey, yeah, in fact, yeah, you know, we are letting these Chinese government, Chinese businesses come here and do business. Okay, all right. Hey, brother Yakar, did you have anything?
No, I mean, yeah, it's you're right. Because a lot of these places, like different parts of Texas, are owned by 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 these Moabites. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you know,
Even where I'm from, bro, I'm from a little town. We starting to see more bikes here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like just recently moving back, there's a lot more bikes in this area, which is like unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start seeing that more because
yeah,
a lot of them moving down here from China, from Cali. A lot of them are just shit. They getting a lot of them are moving down here. You know what I'm saying? From China, from these Asian countries.
yeah. Have you ever been over there by 30? Like if you see on Google Maps over there by 35 and Walnut Hill,
Yeah,
it'll show you that border, and it'll say Asian district or something like that.
yeah.
You know?
In North Dallas.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep, yep. And it's not racist for them to do that. It's not racist for them to set up and say, "Yo, this is Asian town." That's okay for them to come together. You know what I'm saying? And really benefit off the backs of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, right? Certain legislation, things of that nature that's passed, like the Civil Rights Act that's been revived recently for Asians, right, to include Asians, whatever sounds the backs of you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. So they're receiving benefits off of your oppression, okay,
yep,
right? And also these via various legislation, they're able uh to 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 not only benefit but to rule over you, man, because these people are coming over here getting various loans and things of that nature in order to do business in your neighborhoods, okay. Real quickly, I'm gonna get this in Jeremiah. Uh, excuse me, in Isaiah, the 10th chapter. Isaiah 10.
you said Isaiah
Uh,
10 or
Isaiah 10 and 1. Um, I'm
okay.
all right. Here I can read it.
I got you. I'll read it for you.
Okay.
This is Isaiah 10 and 1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed."
That's right. So you know, they called so-called Asians minority, and they lump them in as that minority group with you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, and they pass certain legislation that's advantageous for them, that's going to help them, right? But it's not beneficial for you. Everybody like to talk crap about the so-called Negro, the so-called black man, but these these various laws that were passed has benefited them, man. The Act of 1968, I believe, it included immigrants that they couldn't be discriminated against, man. The one that the recently amended Civil Rights Act, included Asians, man. To ensure that they're not discriminated against. That's not by coincidence. And now we're starting to see an influx of Asians in this in uh, the uh, uh, the border, and also North Africans in the border, and West Africans in the border, man. It's not by coincidence. They're coming over here in droves, man. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, man. There's also like these Hamites have certain benefits here to where they could take out a loan for to start a business like so called like gas station 7-Eleven or something like a franchise or something like that. So they have the advantage of being able to come over here, take out that loan, and start their own business, man. That's why you see a lot of these damn Ethiopians. I mean, it's like not Ethiopians, Hamites, in these damn gas stations and liquor stores.
that's right, and that's the spirit that you said that because they are one of the groups that's coming over here illegally, and that's beautiful. You said that, bro. That's beautiful. We can segue to the main topic now. I'm gonna read this. It says this is according to a border report. It says Mexican border towns adopts to needs of African immigrants. So they come over here illegally, out of continent asylum seeking a part of surge overwhelming federal processing centers in southern Arizona. Uh, Sonota, Mexico. Uh, Karen Zayas has learned to do business with her newly arrived citizens of Ghana, Senegal, and Cameroon who speak neither English nor Spanish. Most of they point to things. I like this, I want that. When it comes to numbers, we do this. The Mexican fruit drink and ice cream vendor says holding up one or two fingers. If they are short 5 pesos, we go like this. If they have change coming, I give it to them. The African immigrants wander the streets of San Yanta, opposite Lukeville, Arizona, are part of a new surge. Some U.S. lawmakers and enforcement officials say is overwhelming federal processing and detention resources and leading the street releases. See that? So there's been an influx of uh of Hamitic people coming over here, man. Some might be Jake, or for the argument, Hamitic people coming over here, like the so-called Africans coming over here, right? To gain asylum. And now I wanted to play this clip. Let me know if it plays, bro, because I can just let this play, and I won't have to read it out. You know what I'm saying? It'd be easier to hear it for the brothers to hear.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it playing.
Hear it?
Oh, okay.
Can you hear it?
Play it again.
Okay.
Oh, I can't hear. No, I can't
Can you
hear it.
hear it? Okay. Then I'll just read it then. I'll just read it then. Because I always had trouble with that. It says on Monday, on Monday, a border report team witnessed U.S. Border Patrol agent accommodating recently apprehended migrants inside convoys, uh, tents at Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monumental. The agent then escorted them into white vans for transportation for process centers. As the vans um, left, more border patrol vehicles entered the environmental preserve and sped through a dirt road leading to the border wall, where more immigrants apparently had just been spotted. This happens as southern Arizona has become the nation's hotbed for migration between lawful port of entry. In July, the U.S. Border Patrol Tuscan sector which only includes eastern Arizona, recorded 39,215 immigrant apprehensions. Tops the nation. So they got damn near 40,000 immigrants coming in. Okay, all right, and the people who and you have the regular people coming over here, or the corporates coming over here from the southern tribes, excuse me, from the northern tribes. You know, people of Venezuela, people of Honduras, people of various people coming over here. But then within that open border, what do you have? Uh, you have these Hermetic people coming over here. Okay, and the people that are coming over here, they are military age men. Okay, so could they be putting the plug on America? Who's to say? Okay, all right. Let's get a little bit more on this right here. Then we could go somewhere else. It says Sector Chief Patrol Agent John R. Mordell Mod, Motlin reported 1,300 immigrant apprehensions, 13,000 immigrant apprehensions, 1,300 rescues from border walls or the desert, 23 smuggling events, and 9 drug seizures last week alone. U.S. Customs and Border Protection data shows that immigrants are coming almost literally from everywhere. The number shows 15,749 Mexican national came across near Nagos, Douglas, Naco, and Lukeville in July. Almost 8,000 uh, others came from the northern triangle of Central America, but check this out: 15,518 were citizens of other countries in the Western and Eastern Hemisphere. So it's been a lot of people coming from different places. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Ahmad and a friend on Monday sat outside a furniture store in San Noita, waiting for a money transfer. The two citizens Mauritania spoke some Spanish and no English. They talked with Border Report with the assistance of an interpreting cell phone app. They had more questions than answers and declined to say why they left their country and seek asylum in the United States. Now, this verification, I want to look this up. I'm not quite sure where this is from. All right, this is uh Mauritania is a country in Northwest Africa. Okay, so you got a substantial amount of these guys getting over here from Africa and from China. Okay, and we just read there was over 15,000 people. All right, over 15,000. All right. Now, if this wasn't a problem, Texas would not be passing legislation to stop people from certain regions to come over here, prohibit them from coming over here and buying land. Okay, now this is according to the Texas Tribune. It says bill to ban Chinese citizens and government from buying Texas land gain steam among Republicans. Okay, now this was in January of this year, January 20th of 2023. It says Governor Abbott said this week that he will sign a proposal bill banning citizens and foreign entities from 4 countries, including China, from buying land from buying Texas land. Filed in November by Brenham, Republican Senator Lois Carlsford's uh, Senate Bill 147 would ban citizens, governments, and entities from China, Iran, North Korea, and Russia from purchasing land here. Part of what she and other Republicans have said will help stem foreign influence in Texas. So they are trying to um, mitigate foreign influence here in Texas. And as you can see, there's no stopping it. Okay. The bill will also prohibit the purchase of or acquisition of property by a governmental entity in of the four countries by a company headquartered in the four countries and by a company directly or indirectly controlled by a government of the four countries. Opponent says the bill in the GOP's broader emphasis are on threats for the Chinese government is likely to further so anti-Asian sentiment that has skyrocketed in recent years and will disenfranchise immigrants, business owners, and green card holders while doing little to address any national security concerns. If signed into law, this bill will make anti-Asian hate state state policy. The Houston chapter of the of the Council of American Islamic Relations said Friday. So all this legislation is being passed. You know, you had the anti-Asian movement happen last year under the banner of or on under the movement of the Black Lives Matter movement. Then you had the Asian Lives Matter movement. Then you have things like this being passed. This is not coincidence. They knew that things like this was going to happen. So they recently came back and they had to revise it, okay, because of the backlash that China Texas had to revise this bill that was being passed because of the backlash that they was getting from these Asians and Asian or these I should say not Asians, but these various groups like the Islamic groups, these Asian groups, things of that nature. To pass, and they end up passing revised law that will allow people with dual citizenship to buy land. Okay, now this is according to Texas bill. This according to NBC News, it says Texas bill will no longer aim to ban Chinese citizens from buying houses. State senator says, and also other things too, not just houses, but having homes. Okay, so that controversial Texas Senate bill would change its proposal policy to remove a stipulation that would ban all Chinese citizens from buying homes in the state. Its author said. Now, this is see how it's worded. It's worded this way because they want you to think that these people are being discriminated against. In all actuality, they are protesting for contracts. All this is about contracts, brothers. And with these foreign influence that they have, these foreign people are coming over here, and they're trying to uh, get competitive contracts, to be able to come over here and do business. Okay, do you have anything, Yanquan?
Yeah, I was gonna also mention, yeah, that because a lot of these older Moabites, Hamites, Ishmaelites that been here for a while know how the business works. So that's why they made that. It was a big deal when Esau tried to pass that bill. Because it was going to be a threat. It's going to be a threat for them and their kids and their future and how they do business here in America.
That's right. That's right. Republican state senator. This is the one who proposed it. Lois Cole Colhorst, who authorized Senate Bill 147, is changing course after having heard concerns about her original legislation. Major change would ensure the property uh, prohibitions in the bill apply only to foreign governments, not individuals seeking to buy homes, she said. I've listened to the concerns, and because of that, the committee substitute will make it crystal clear that dual citizens and legal permanent residents are able to purchase property. See that? To those who have, uh, you know, proper citizenships, they're able to buy land. But really, the first bill was saying, look, if you from these areas, regardless if you have dual citizenship, you can't buy. Okay, so these people, are making sure that these people get dual citizenship so they can get taxed. Okay, you have to ask yourself why are they allowing this to happen? Because again, these agents are coming over here and they're purchasing this land at a substantial rate. Okay, Texas like to say like to act like they're so anti China and things of that nature. Look, America is about money. Texas is about money. The U.S. government being so they're people out to lobbyists and things of that nature to big corporations. All right, and what we're seeing is really it shows you how weak this place is becoming. So you have to make pacts on its land to buy to sell its land to China. Okay, and again, this is going to be a catalyst to its destruction. Because China is doing this. These Chinese citizens is doing this for they have dual citizenship is doing this for their people. Okay, so they're going to use America up, and then when it's time to bail, they're going to do so. All right, this place is nothing merely a snatch and go for these immigrants. Okay, can we grab that can we grab that
Jeremiah,
in Jeremiah, bro?
Jeremiah 51.
That Jeremiah,
Oh, Jeremiah 50.
no,
Okay,
that Jeremiah 50. The one we had, yeah,
I got you. This is Jeremiah 50 and 16. Jeremiah 50 and 16. It says, "Cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land."
that's right.
Yeah,
So when America is going to be destroyed, these people are going to go back to their own people, man. Right now, people are doing business with America because the economy is still substantially strong. People are making the argument of bricks and things of that nature. All that is speculation, right? Because we have to understand we have to have huge adoption from all these various countries in order for the American dollar to go to zero or become worthless. The American dollar is still substantially strong, so they're still doing business with this place. These various countries still doing business with this place. Even China. China and America has an interdependent relationship with one another because China has the products, and America has still the number one currency, the American dollar, in which they're able to dictate contracts. Okay, now China, what you see is, which is one of the most biggest and growing economies out there, they're making pacts to eventually move out of again being a producing country to a lending country. Okay, and with the American dollar, still strong but waning, America has to do more business or make more contracts that's going to be advantageous for China. This is what you see going on, man. You see them able to come over here to the U.S. and to buy land, you know what I'm saying, at a substantial rate. Why is that? Because, well, it just shows you, you know, that America, although it's, it's still substantially strong, its power is waning. Okay, all right.
God,
So America's gonna be used up, and you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be a catalyst for this place to fall. Okay, by the economy being uh, you know, uh, weakened by foreign policy, by foreign influence. You have something, brother?
yeah, I was gonna say, the scriptures also call Babylon a great, that great melting pot. You know,
Yeah.
because it was gonna be just a mixture of all these diverse different nations. You know, so and we see those things today. You know, we see all these different people that come from these distant countries, all
Hmm.
here in America, trying to make business, trying to make money. You know, trying to pretty much taking advantage of of the of the Israelite. You know what I'm saying? That's why we see all these liquor stores in the hood, or all these different nail salons, or different businesses that are out there to target, and their marketing is to target Israelites. You know,
God, I got something for you.
God.
Psalms 83 and 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They say, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For
Yeah,
they have,
man.
no,
You got
so
it.
like, no, you got,
Yeah, I was gonna say all that. That's that. And it's happened. All these things have happened throughout the whole history of Israel that we've been in captivity, man. Like, for example, in Judith, I believe it's the sixth chapter. They go into how they plotting against us and say, man, how can we take these people down? And they all overall come up, and I think it was Moabites at that time. They said, how can we take these people down? And somebody made a suggestion, said, man, if we take them away from their power, they're gonna be, you know, if we make them go off, then we gonna be able to. They're gonna be susceptible to be taken down.
yeah,
And that's how that's and that now the secret is out. So-called secret is out now. They try to do it intentionally, put things in the food, or put these different vices out there for you to be for you to make you go off. You know.
yeah, that's right. It talks about that in Judith, for matter of fact.
Gone. Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Yep, yep. But I'm gonna read this for you. It says, verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. The tabernacle of Edom and of Ishmaelites, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hag, Hag, Hagarenes, the Bel, Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, so those Africans coming over here, right?
Gone.
Moab is in the mix too. All these guys, you know, rule over us, with their businesses and sell us subpar things, right? They benefit off of us, you know. Uh, Ishmael will have a car shop in the hood, and they'll be overcharging people. You know what I'm saying? Or be doing shady business.
You
Okay.
own, you owning all them cell phone stores.
Mm-hmm. Doing shady business, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, verse 7, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They had Halpin the children of Lot, Shelah, which the children of Lot are the Asians. So these various people have made confederate with one another to take us down, to keep us at a low state. That's why Esau Edom passes these legislation to allow Moab to come over here and to you know and to basically be put in a advantageous predicament for them to make more money over us. Okay, not coincident that somebody that doesn't speak a lick of English can come over here and get a restaurant and sell and place it in your hood, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and say you subpar food, man. It's not coincidence. All right.
Con.
Did you have some more? You want me to keep on reading on this? Do you have anything else?
Uh, shoot, I had. Where is it? Did we ever get that in Second Ezra's?
Say guys, 15? No, we never got it.
Okay, yeah, I can get that for you.
Okay.
Second Ezra's and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands."
That's right. So when all hell break loose, people are gonna be running to their own people. Now we seen this happen during the Rodney King riots. What was going on? Those Korean people who own these various stores, the Southern Tribe and Northern Tribe were going to these various stores and burning them down. And so you had the Asians, the sons of Lot, they were gunning Jake down to protect their land. Okay, this is going to be going on here everywhere. These minority, these so-called other minority groups, they're gonna show their fame against you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. Right now, they're doing it with the legislation. Okay, all right,
God. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall
right.
not."
That word sedition means rhetoric that entices uh, rebellion. Okay, that entices um, decision or tumults or between people. Now, when so-called Black Lives Matter began to happen, what did you see? Well, Asian Lives Matter, and it was against who? It was against black people. Okay, it was against black people. Those are the people who supposedly discriminated against so-called Asians. This rhetoric is going to be even more uh, inflamed as it gets more and more dire in the streets of Babylon, man. Okay,
God.
go ahead.
It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power."
That's right. So anything and everything's going to go. Right? They're not going. The government's not going to have any control over these people. You know. So it's going to be all that chaos in this world, and we don't talk about this much, but shoot, a huge catalyst to that is going to be um, decision between not only so-called black and white, but other nations. This is how we know it's not going to be a so-called race war. It's going to be racial tension, but it's not going to be a race war. The so-called Negroes ain't going to get up and stand up against so-called white people and fight against them, because if they do, they have a whole new other group of people that they're going to have to fight. That's these Asians and these Ishmaelites and these Elamites too. They are all in confederate against you, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. Okay,
Yep, that's right. It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able."
which is martial law. They're gonna shut down these laws. They're gonna shut down these various cities. And certain people are not going to be able to go to certain cities, certain places. These so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, you're not going to be able to go to certain parts of Plano down here in Texas, to Plano, to Frisco, to McKinney, where these people live at. You know what I'm saying? A huge population of Ishmaelites and Arabs and North Africans. Then you in East Africa, you think they're gonna let you over there? No, you're gonna be relegated to your hood. Okay, all right,
Con, I believe they low key kind of they kind of do it in a way, not in the intensity like it's going into in this chapter, but like for example, they try like certain counties they don't allow like transits or like for the buses to travel in those counties because they don't want uh, uh, people from the hood coming over here, that ain't got no money, got no cars or whatever, to migrate over there. They
right,
want to keep them over there where that kind of transportation is possible for them, and for them not to pretty much lower the property tax.
right, right. And they do it with things like redlining also, which was a form of discrimination after like World War II. They had to where Jake couldn't receive certain loans, and that kept them, out of certain neighborhoods. And that's still prevalent today. You know what I'm saying? Because now what we're dealing with it is, I would say, more classism than blatant racism. I would dare say a caste system more than what I'm saying. That's racism and classism tied together. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, due to your, who you are being the nation of Israel, there's been systematic legislation that has been that keeps you in your neighborhoods. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Subpar schooling, redlining. You know what I'm saying? The push of single parents, which lessen the income of lessens the income of a household. The Asians are coming over here. First off, they're coming over here. The best of the best are coming over here. You know what I'm saying? And also, it's a two-parent household. They still have their culture. Okay? There's certain legislation, things of that nature is passed to keep you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans in a stupefied state. And these Asians, these Moabites, these Ammonites, are able to rule over you because of that. Uh, the elder Yahshua had posted this is Jeremiah 50:37. A sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots and upon all that mingle all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures. That's right. So a sword is going to be placed upon all people. That's going to cause a confusion. Right? This is going to be a catalyst to people going back to their own land too.
Con.
Okay, you had something, Brother Yaquab?
Yeah, I still got a little more on this. This is back in verse 17. It says, "A man shall or verse 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation." So this place, once like the era my God's going into, once shit hits the fans, man, it's gonna be every man for himself. People are gonna be literally trying to kill you for a piece of bread. You
Right,
know, like that one movie, Daisy. You know what I'm saying? You see that cop running. Because I think they was having like fighting over something, and you see the cop running over to him, and you thinking that he's gonna try and save him or stop it, but no, the cop ran right past him and grabbed some stuff and then ran out. Because
That's right.
all that shit is gonna be cut off. Like we read in, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. You know what I'm saying? In the course of their acts shall stand in their power. So they gonna have the power to do whatever they want to you in that day. You
That's
know.
right. That's right. That's right. Did you have more on that, brother?
I mean, the whole chapter goes in, but that was pretty much the point. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And we pretty much made the point as far as these legal immigrants. I mean, we could go into how they being shipped out to Chicago, but I don't want to make it too long. Um, yeah, yeah, I think that'll be a good stopping point. So yeah, we hopefully it was edifying for you guys, man. Nothing too long and drawn out, something easy to digest. Yeah, look this border situation. Um, it's very interesting. It could escalate. It could not. We got to see. What we do know is there's more illegal immigrants coming over here from Africa and from these Asian continents, and the people that come over here are um, military aged men, middle aged men. Okay, they could probably possibly wreak havoc. We just gotta see. We gotta see. What's going to happen. Okay, but this is definitely something that's going to cause confusion or disruption in the process of doing things within the government. Because it's a strain. All these new people are putting a strain on the economy, man. You know, um, this is going to this is going to lead to a decision. Sedition. You know what I'm saying? Um, the whole illegal immigrant situation, or people are seeking asylum. This was a catalyst for the French government to actually not do so well. For it to uh, start facing bad times. Also, and we see what's going on with them. Okay, so it's something definitely we got to keep our eyes on. Um, that being said, we're giving all praise to our Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh Shem Shah. The one to the apostles, the elders, everywhere. Peace and many salutations, brother out there. That's Kicker's word. That's the truth. Shalom.
Shalom.